Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Louis Anderson, aka Louis JM, aka LN25, and I'm here to do a little something different. See, today I'm at the Walt Disney World, which is what people say the happiest place on earth. And in this video, it's gonna be pretty much a four-parter of all four theme parks. Along the way, I'm gonna post up arcades and shows from this area, along with going to Universal Studios, where it's going to be a two-parter between two of their parks. But first things first, let us stick with Walt Disney World and the first video, the one and only Magic Kingdom. Let us begin our little tour. Now, the Magic Kingdom was the first park of Walt Disney. It's a very exclusive and very popular place. Fun for children, for people young and old. But mostly focusing on the children, because they have a wide variety of sections. Everything from adventure to sci-fi to fantasy. Pretty much everything in between, including the westerns. Okay, entering the first section of the park, we're here in the down in the USA Main Street, or Main Street USA. It's a unique and thrilling experience. This is pretty much a quote-unquote Walt Disney's birthplace. Well, not really much of a birthplace, but this is how he envisioned his where he lived. Pretty impressive. Continuing up, and once we reach the middle of the street, there you see it in plain view, Cinderella's castle. This is the pinnacle of all things Disney, and a stand front for any Disneyland or Disney World parks combined. It's kind of unique that once you enter this park and you see this castle, it does have its uniqueness. But you know what? People certainly love this place. Now, normally I would think about going through the front of the castle and go in, but I'm going to do a simple turnaround, like go around the park in its entirety. So, first order of business is heading down to the one spot that will be fitting example, Adventureland. Just to give you a bit of a closer look of the castle itself, and then we'll get going. Now, as I said before, the park is separated into many sections. Adventureland, Liberty Square, the Frontierland, Fantasyland. There's a section for children called Storybook Carnival, and then last but not least, Tomorrowland. And the first place we're stopping is Adventureland. I got to keep a close eye on my battery power in here, because I'm a little concerned that it might go out before I can even finish this video. You know, the other thing I'm worried about is because Florida is going to have like plenty of storms for the coming days, and so as much as I appreciate, I just don't want the rain ruining my little tours. But I have an umbrella by my side, so in case it does start raining during my tour, we'll see what happens. And by the looks of things, I say they're just still doing some construction on a few occasions. So pretty much they're still busy building stuff while park's open for the visitors. Alright, here we are. Adventureland, first stop. Now, Adventureland has a few variety of rides based around adventure, and it does have its and they have one popular run, which we'll get to in a sec.
They don't do the flood.
Okay, the first place we spotted is the Swiss Family Tree House. You can see up there, that's where the tree house is located.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically, it's one of those like little playground for kids to go on. Though I don't think you would refer to it as little, since it is a big tree clubhouse. You also see a lot of construction going on in some parts, Adventureland included, since they're busy making modifications here and there. Next ride is the Magic Carpet of Aladdin. It's something that's similar to the one I saw in Disney Studios in Disneyland Paris. Just watch yourself with that camel. He has a tendency to spit, just as you can see. Close here is the Jungle Cruise Expedition, which is pretty much a cruise, water cruise with animals, but these animals are pretty much animatronic. If you want to see real animals, I think you should head on down to the Animal Kingdom, which I'm gonna show in the fourth later on. And there's the Enchanted Tiki Room. Kind of remember that the Tiki Room had like the two birds from both the Lion King and Aladdin. I'm pretty sure they must have gotten rid of that, or it's in another park. I can't tell. Now here's one park that I like to enjoy. Pirates of the Caribbean, starring the elusive Captain Jack Sparrow. Now you've got to admit, a long time ago, Pirates of the Caribbean didn't mean much, but since they made it into movies, it became a big deal for everyone. Though I'm kind of surprised they still kept on to the fourth movie, because quite frankly the fourth movie I didn't enjoy pretty much. But whatever. It's nothing that can't be done, since it is part of the whole Pirates of the Caribbean mainstay. I just hope they don't make another one, or if they do make another one, have the original characters, because the characters in the fourth movie, flat note. Now we're entering the next section called Frontierland, which is basically a Western. Now Frontierland has two main attractions, all of which are pretty exclusive. We're already approaching the first run right now. There it is. This is the Splash Mountain ride. Still popular for everyone, even including for the big drops they always put up. You can see, still a very popular attraction, and everyone likes to go down and get themselves wet. I got down myself, and I didn't get wet mostly. And I think it was because I was in the back end. But whatever. It's still fun for everyone. Right next to that is Big Thunder Railroad. I don't know if you can see it from this angle. This is basically it's a popular roller coaster that's been a mainstay for every Disney park. It's a unique experience, and highly recommend it. Hopefully I'll get it in a much wider view and later on. Then close to there is the big lake where they take you down to the Tom Sawyer river rides. You get the big steamer, just pretty much anything and everything. And you gotta admit, this is kind of unique how they did it, based around the whole good old West. Pretty fun, pretty good. They have everything here, including shooting galleries. They even have here the Country Bear Jamboree, which is a very popular showing. And there's the ferry, the Mark Twain ferry that goes around the river. And down there's the Diamond Horseshoe, a dining/entertaining establishment. Basically, you need to have to make reservations for that. Okay, looks like we're about to enter Liberty Square. Basically, this is the presidential section, and right down there is the Hall of Presidents, showing all of the presidents from past to present, including Barack Obama. Yeah, so basically, Disney has a tendency to update their president's show whenever there's a new president around. And Barack Obama seems to be one of them. I never get on that show yet, but I know for one thing it's not much of a big deal. Okay, now we're just about approaching another ride that's a very popular one. Right down there, once we get into full view, is the elusive Haunted Mansion. Yeah, this is the original Haunted Mansion. The one that makes it all worthwhile. Here we go, for the close-up. It's pretty much the same, but they managed to make a few switches here and there. Like they got a good, interesting stairwell scene, and then they have like an expansion of the waiting line. So where you're waiting, you can go to the interactive cemetery and perform many things within it. Quite a unique experience, and very, very practical. Big recommendation to those who want to go in and enjoy being haunted. Now we're leaving Liberty Square and entering Fantasyland. Now, as I said in my walkthrough of Disneyland Paris, that they were refurbishing Fantasyland to make it more storybook oriented. Well, as you can see, they certainly done a good job on it. You can see here on top is the Rapunzel section from the animated movie, Rapunzel. Then right here is the It's a Small World ride. We already know how that ride works, so I don't want to speak about it. And right next to that is Peter Pan's Flight, still right open, still in operation. It always has been since it opened. But the waiting line, oh my God, people like to gather around in that place. I don't understand why. I think standby is 15 minutes tops. Could be more. You can tell how many people there are in there. How would I even survive it? I have no idea. Continuing on, there's the merry-go-round in the middle. Now, for those of you who are wondering, where is the Dumbo ride? Well, we'll get to that later on. There's the Filler Magics, a little show showcasing all of the Disney stories all rolled up into one. And there's the castle from the back end. And now we're entering the expansion of Fantasyland and its many, many features. Now this contains multiple new stories from everyone within it, from the characters from the 90s and even from the past. So this is going to be a good experience for everyone. Okay, entering now, we're heading down. This is the newest ride they released, called the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is basically a roller coaster for kids, showing off the seven dwarfs and their usual working habits. By the looks of it, I say that it's not working at the moment for some reason. Judging by, normally it was working, but looks like it doesn't seem to be. But whatever. I saw it on YouTube, the actual inside of the ride, and I've got to say, it's quite a unique feature, even with the animatronics. And there's a little tidbit discussing that I think they must have took a few scenes out from the original Adventures of Snow White. How fascinating. Next, across the way is the Enchanted Tales of Belle, where Belle tells of many stories. And this next door is the Be Our Guest restaurant, which, oh my God, when I got there was a long line for lunch. It looks like it's still a long line even till this day. Basically, it's the most popular restaurant out there, and it's the first restaurant that can even serve alcohol at night. So, quite a very unique feel they got there. But hey, if you don't want to be waiting in line for lunch, best bet, head on down to this little village area and head to Gustav's Tavern. Not much of food, but they do have interesting pork. So yeah, pretty cool. Walking down, we're about to approach another ride that is uniquely famous. This one is the Voyage of the Little Mermaid Under the Sea. Basically, it's like one of those rail car showcases. Quite an interesting feel. You could even see the Ariel right there. Continuing on, the cartography, we got the King of the Sea right there. And we got Ariel's Grotto, which I believe could be aquarium or something. I don't really know much, but it seems like a pretty impressive way of putting it. Alright, coming along, we see a new section of the Magic Kingdom called the Storybook Circus. Last time I was there, they were doing a Mickey's Fair, but now they've turned it into a complete another circus. I wish to show you more, but judging by when I went there, it seems like there's like a lot of stuff going on. But I'll give you a good heads up at what they have. They got a little pizza sideshow featuring like the live characters from Daisy, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald, but no Mickey for some bizarre reason, because Mickey's pretty much a standard point. They even have a Casey Jr. water rain. They got Goofy's Barnstormer, which is a little roller coaster for kids. And remember when I said what happened to Dumbo? There he is. That's the Dumbo ride right there. This is what they moved it down here to make it more child-oriented. And they had like a two-way for both for ride patrons. Kind of a unique feel. Kind of unique depending on where we're going. I think that's pretty much it for that storybook route. I want to show you more, but then I have to walk back and forth. And with my camera, that's going to take a while. So don't blame me for that, because you already know what I said.
Yeah, that was just like the Seven Dwarfs.
And here on the front is the Mad Hatter Teacup ride.
Okay.
Now going on right on ahead, we're about to enter Tomorrowland. And of course, the first thing you see when entering Tomorrowland is a little speedway, which is a raceway for cars. But that's not much, pretty much racing, but just a little ride on through. There it is, Tomorrowland Speedway. That's the entrance.
I take a bubble in my eye.
Now, upon entering Tomorrowland, you're like in the middle of the square where they have multiple rides for your enjoyment. I'm gonna go around and show you each ride or event, and then see what they have done. Of course, they still have the People's Mover. And right up in the front is the Astro Orbiter. And then right there is the ever popular Space Mountain, the original Space Mountain, actually. Quite a unique feel. And right next to the Space Mountain, they have a little video arcade, which I'll post up a video walkthrough later on. There it is, in all its glory. Continuing on. Right down there is the ever popular Carousel of Progress. It's been a big mainstay since Magic Kingdom, and it has a unique and impressive view of family living from past to present. I'm pretty sure they've updated it already, because right now people are more interested in iPods, iPads, anything with tablets, wireless technology, the usual 10 yards. But hey, it's nothing much of a big deal. Okay, continuing on. Right there is the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Basically, it's a shoot 'em up, just like in Toy Story Mania and the Hollywood Studios, which I'll be posting up. Big time shooter, so it's all pretty enjoyable. And then last but not least, we have two more shows. We got the Monster Inc. Laugh Floor and Stitch's Great Escape. I think I remember one time that it was like those two were like both a time machine area and an alien invasion area. But I think they must have repurposed it for future days. So, I think that's pretty much it for the tour. I think that covers up just about everything. But what else was I supposed to say? What else? Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the Haunted Mansion. See, I remember that there were like two versions of the Haunted Mansion from both parks outside the states. One in Paris, which I showed you before about a bride who was waiting for her husband, and then another that in China, where it's basically a viewpoint of artifacts, and a cursed one that can bring an artist to life. I knew that too, but instead it was just a but I think that's just kind of weird. So I think that's pretty much it of the story, pretty much it of the Magic Kingdom. Hope you enjoyed it. But stay tuned, I got 3 more parks to show you, and along the way I'm going to show you a more arcades and shows. So, and the part 1, hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 2.